Hey there, Capricorn. This is Ashley, and we're going to get into your full moon in Aquarius reading. So this reading is intended for the week of August 22nd. We're going to look at past, present, and future and see what's coming in for you, what you've been experiencing so far. Now the full moon energies are already in play as I record this. I'm recording this on the 17th of August. You're actually my last reading. And I'll talk about this more in the full moon collective video that I put up, hopefully later today. But Uranus, being the ruler of Aquarius, is playing a big part in this full moon. If you watched any of my previous readings, you know that the Aquarius full moon we had back in, I think it was July 23rd, kind of kicked off all of this energy. It led us into the new moon in Leo and the Lionsgate portal that happened at the same time. And now we're kind of closing out this cycle with this Aquarius full moon that we're having again on Sunday, the 22nd. But what's also happening in there is that Uranus is stationing to go retrograde. And when that happens, the energy of Uranus gets amplified. And so lots of tower type moments have been coming through in these readings. So we'll kind of see what is coming through for Capricorn. So far, just looking at the oracle cards, it's looking pretty good, but let's see. We have the Eight of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Strength card. So it could very well be that this entire reading is influenced by Leo, or any placements that you have in Leo. It can also just be that it's requiring some courage and some strength on your part to kind of get through some of these energies. So just kind of what I'm initially seeing before we dive in is that perhaps in the past you've kind of been breaking free of some sort of stuck energy and kind of working towards your own abundance. We have this lovely angle here of Pentacles that to me says that you're moving in a positive direction when it comes to finances. There could also be a love situation that is kind of tripping you up a little bit. And I do feel like some of what this full moon might bring in for you in the future position here is perhaps something that's kind of testing your faith a little bit, because I do feel like on an intuitive level you are able to see that everything's going to work out in your favor, but I think in real life, in 3D, what you're experiencing are maybe some setbacks and challenges that are testing you a little bit. So let's kind of dive into this. On in the past position, we have this peace card. You can see that there's like this egg, and we also have this dove pigeon that is bringing in an olive branch, and there's kind of like some feathers falling down and around. But it came up in the reverse, so I'm real quickly going to give you that protection message. Real super fast here. Now is a time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there is dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within, and don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again your life will be filled with beautiful music. And so I kind of feel like that's playing into the theme here. That perhaps the external world, I mean, everyone's external world has been pretty chaotic and crazy for some time now. But something within you is speaking to you about how it's all going to work out in the end, and that really this is kind of almost like feels like a rite of passage is what I'm feeling. So in the past, we have the 8 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. So we've had something that's been keeping you feeling mentally stuck. But then we also have this freedom and abundance card coming in. So I want to see what the extra details are. Why do we have the 8 of Swords? 6 of Cups. And the Hanged Man. Could be dealing with a Pisces. For the 4 of Wands, we're getting the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Wands. And for the 10 of Pentacles, we're getting the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. Okay, so really what I'm getting here is that there was probably like a relationship. I do feel like this might be a bit love focused of a reading, but I do feel like there's a relationship, some sort of soul connection of the past. And of course I'm seeing the Judgment card as I say that, and the Hierophant. So it could have been a past marriage even, because we do have the Union card here. But a past relationship that was kind of keeping you stuck, keeping you small. And but it was happening in order to bring some kind of enlightenment your way. So not only am I picking up on this like stuck energy with this Hanged Man, I'm also seeing that something about this relationship was also meant to teach you something. You can see that the Hanged Man's head is surrounded by this golden orb, which signifies enlightenment. And so something about it was attempting to teach you something. But I do feel like at some point, perhaps that enlightenment took place and you decided to break free of this burden. The Queen of Wands Swords is an archetype that will cut out what is not serving, what is not useful anymore, what is not beneficial. And it looks to me like she's declaring her freedom here. And I do feel like in some way, a couple of things with this 10 of Pentacles, you can see that there's a lot of people on this card signifying like a family tree. And you can also see that the shape of the pentacles and the way they're laid out on this card is like the tree of life. And so I do feel like this change impacted a family, this ending. So it could very well have been a marriage with children involved with that Six of Cups. Even if it wasn't, I do feel like somehow it was a long term of enough relationship that there were likely family members involved in some form or fashion. But I do feel like part of what I'm getting with this Ten of Pentacles is that you fought long and hard for this to work. And also, you know, tried to stand up for the legacy that you had already built with this person, right? But that it has ended, and perhaps the two of you have even gone silent, gone into more of a healing type of energy, reflecting on what happened and what transpired here. But I'm also getting that now what you're doing, or what you've been doing since the ending took place, is really working on your own personal healing and finances. So in the present moment, we have the Golden Cup of Replenishment. So this is, the oracle itself is the gold color, but you can see we have like this golden cup. It actually has like a heart carved into it here. It's like the Ace of Cups, that's what it reminds me of. But it's also like spending some time refilling your own cup. So I do feel like that's what you've been doing, and what you are doing now is working to replenish yourself after a period of, you know, something that kept you stuck and you've broken free from it. It kind of feels almost like Nine of Wands energy, like the wounded warrior. And so you're spending time replenishing yourself. Definitely working hard. We have this Two of Pentacles as your center card in the spread. And so no matter what's taking place around you, there's a lot of hard work happening. But I do feel like you've potentially gone off on your own to not only heal, but work on your own, almost like kind of a hermitage type of feel to it too. So let's get some clarity. Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. This relationship from the past could have been loaded with betrayal and deceit. And there could be a decision that you're trying to make here in the present moment. Let's see what we're getting. So the Six of Cups, we've got the Devil, and the Knight of Wands, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Two of Pentacles, there's that Strength card again that we had at the bottom of the deck, and the Moon. Oops, interesting, I set that on the Seven of Swords. So I'll keep that in mind. And the Seven of Swords, we're getting the Three of Cups, and there's that Ace of Cups. Okay, so a couple of things coming through. I definitely feel like this connection from the past was toxic. It kept you stuck. It was definitely there to teach you something. But I do feel like whoever you were dealing with in the past could have been a Capricorn, fire sign, we also have Pisces, Cancer, Leo on the board. But whoever this was in the past was definitely like, even though there was an ending, there was like this player energy, in and out, flaky, perhaps coming in just for sex. It's like they kept coming back into your life. And I feel like part of why this was so difficult is because it was a deep soul connection. And it was like you were bound to this person, even if only energetically. It could also be that you do have children together with the Six of Cups, and that's why you've continued to interact with this person. But I think that there's some fear of the unknown coming up here, it's like you're trying to decide something about this person, and I do believe it's because they're trying to sneak back in and reunite. I think they may be the one that is attempting to make you this new offer, this Ace of Cups, after having run away in the past. And look, we got the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I was holding that and didn't even notice. But when I initially set the cards out, I set the strength down in front of the Seven of Swords, even though I had intended it for the Two of Pentacles. And so part of what I'm thinking that may have to do with is I do feel like it's almost like when this person comes back in wanting to reunite, wanting to replenish the bond between the two of you, I think it's going to take some strength to refuse them. And not because it wasn't difficult in the past. It could very well be that the fact that you have children together really plays on your... It's almost like... It almost feels like a sob story. Like they come in and they're like, oh, we have kids, let's reunite and reform our family, or something, some sort of sob story like that. It's like they play on your heartstrings. And I think it's going to take a lot of restraint and strength on your part to decide what to do here. Okay? I do also feel like with the moon showing up here, there could have been some juggling happening. It could be that they had a third-party type of situation that they were participating in, that they were keeping hidden. I also feel like on some level this person wasn't completely open about how they really felt about you. I think probably they had just as much of a connection to you as you did to them. They just handled it in a very immature way. So take that as it resonates. I also feel like perhaps you may have a new offer coming in, but there may be some hesitancy to get back out there in the dating world because of what you've experienced in the past. And you may feel like your cup isn't full enough yet. You may feel like your cup's not been filled. You're not healed, you're not ready. Your cup's not yet overflowing, and so you don't have anything to give to a new relationship. So it could be that you've maybe tried your hand at dating and then found that, maybe I'm not ready for this yet. In the future, we have the Seer card. And this card speaks to kind of what I started the whole reading talking about, which was being able to see from your heart, from your third eye, what is truly coming your way, even if what's playing out on the external is not very promising or feels challenging. And I like that one of the animal oracles that's coming through on this card is the puma. So it's like this cat-like ability to focus in on what it is that you know is coming, even if there's not external evidence to it. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. And I feel like what this is saying, even without clarifying yet, is that the progress externally, so whether it's in your relationships, your home life, your work life, the progress that you know is out there is, on a physical level, going so slow. And that's leading to, there's some doubts. There's some doubts that creep in when, on a physical level, the thing that we're seeking or the thing that's calling us isn't yet manifesting. But I do see that you are standing your ground and you're going to keep working towards it no matter what manifests in the 3D. So let's get some more clarifiers here. And it could be that you know deep within that there is a love connection out there for you that is not toxic and flighty and, that would bring stability, whereas this one in the past didn't necessarily bring stability, it brought a stuck energy. So let's see. Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles? The Knight of Swords. And the Page of Wands. So whatever you've been waiting for is coming in, and coming in hot. With the Five of Cups, yep, Nine of Swords. Yes, Two of Cups. And with the Seven of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Okay, I really like this because I think what's coming in as a result of this full moon for you is the movement you've been waiting for. And I feel like this energy of kind of holding in there and hanging in there that you've been doing, regardless of what you've been seeing in your reality. I think that thing that you know is coming, that love that you know is coming, is on its way. So that's really positive. That intuitive gut feeling that you've had that something is on the horizon is accurate. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Somebody is coming in, even though it's been slow, this moon is gonna like kick up the pace. And that communication that you've been waiting for from a new love is coming in. It's gonna be flirty, it's going to be real. It could even be a little bit reckless, and I don't feel like in a bad way. It could just be that there's like so much excitement associated with it that you're tempted to move really quickly. So be mindful of that, because I don't feel like you're the only one that's been waiting for it. I feel like this knight, whoever's coming in, has also been waiting for this as well. And so when it finally shows up, there's like this burst of energy associated with it. So with the Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups, I think that's just giving more detail to the fact that you have been having doubts, you have been having stress and worry, like almost like, is there going to be a new love connection for me? Like I had the guts to walk away from this in the past because it wasn't serving my best good. And I've had the strength to reject a new offer from this person. But if I fully reject that, if I don't accept that reunited offer that they're giving me, what if no one else comes along? Like, that's kind of the feeling I get from that. But because you've stood your ground, because you have held on to this, knowing that you have, it's coming in and it's coming in fast. It's like the brakes were on. It's like you were driving down the road with the e-brake on. And at the full moon, it's like the e-brake comes off and you know, go zooming into, look at the bottom of the deck. I love it. New beginning, passionate new beginning. So that was very love focused. I hope that was helpful, Capricorn. And I hope you will check out your other placements. We have a lot of really good messages come through for each of the signs. Probably my favorite week so far after having started this channel. So definitely check those out. Give me a like and a subscribe, and I hope to see you in the collective full moon reading, where I'll go more into the astrological details and kind of just get a general message for what's coming through for the entire collective as a result of this very Uranian moon. And I'll see you next time. Bye.